Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. We love the things we love for what they are. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. No tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. No surprise in the writer, no surprise in the reader. Love is an irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. Half the world is composed of people who have something to say and can't, and the other half who have nothing to say and keep on saying it. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. To be social is to be forgiving. A bank is a place where they lend you an umbrella in fair weather and ask for it back when it begins to rain. If society fits you comfortably enough, you call it freedom. By working faithfully 8 hours a day, you may eventually get to be boss and work 12 hours a day. Thinking isn't agreeing or disagreeing, that's voting. Hell is a half-filled auditorium. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. A jury consists of 12 persons chosen to decide who has the better lawyer. Education is hanging around until you've caught on. A person will sometimes devote all his life to the development of one part of his body, the wishbone. Being the boss anywhere is lonely. Being a female boss in a world of mostly men is especially so. The ear is the only true writer and the only true reader. A civilized society is one which tolerates eccentricity to the point of doubtful sanity. You have freedom when you're easy in your harness. I hold it to be the inalienable right of anybody to go to hell in his own way. Something we were withholding made us weak until we found it was ourselves. The middle of the road is where the white line is, and that's the worst place to drive. We dance round in a ring and suppose, but the secret sits in the middle and knows. The greatest thing in family life is to take a hint when a hint is intended, and not to take a hint when a hint isn't intended. One aged man, one man can't fill a house. Education doesn't change life much. It just lifts trouble to a higher plane of regard. Don't ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. The chief reason for going to school is to get the impression fixed for life that there is a book side for everything. I am a writer of books in retrospect. I talk in order to understand. I teach in order to learn. Always fall in with what you're asked to accept. Take what is given and make it over your way. My aim in life has always been to hold my own with whatever's going, not against, with. Poetry is when an emotion has found its thought, and the thought has found words. Poetry is what gets lost in translation. A poem begins in delight and ends in wisdom. A poem begins as a lump in the throat, a sense of wrong, a homesickness, a love sickness. To be a poet is a condition, not a profession. Poetry is a way of taking life by the throat. Poetry is about the grief. Politics is about the grievance. I have never started a poem yet, whose end I knew. Writing a poem is discovering. Writing free verse is like playing tennis with the net down. Freedom lies in being bold. The best way out is always through. What we live by, we die by. If we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. Humor is the most engaging cowardice. The world is full of willing people, some willing to work, the rest willing to let them. I always entertain great hopes. Happiness makes up in height for what it lacks in length. Most of the change we think we see in life is due to truths being in and out of favor. The only certain freedom's in departure. It's a funny thing that when a man hasn't anything on earth to worry about, he goes off and gets married. Style is that which indicates how the writer takes himself and what he is saying. It is the mind skating circles around itself as it moves forward. The reason why worry kills more people than work is that more people worry than work. Nothing can make injustice just but mercy. The worst disease which can afflict executives in their work is not, as popularly supposed, alcoholism. It's egotism. There never was any heart truly great and generous that was not also tender and compassionate. If one by one we counted people out for the least sin, it wouldn't take us long to get so we had no one left to live with. For to be social is to be forgiving. Take care to sell your horse before he dies. The art of life is passing losses on.